Hi, this video is on an institutional real estate investors database. It is my campaign version for 2026. Now, to be clear, this exclusive database represents the who's who of global institutional real estate investment, and it's been verified and updated as of April 2026, and it's the only available campaign-ready version available. Now, I'm going to show you the Excel spreadsheet coming up in just a bit, but I want to run through the details of the database because it is a premium database and it is really specialized for institutional use. Now, you can access a fundraising campaign ready database of 13,600 global institutional investors, so that's firms or companies, and 16,400 senior level contacts. Now, this data set is fully built for execution. Every record's been cleaned, filtered, and refined to include only relevant decision makers across institutional grade firms investing in private equity real estate and direct real estate strategies. Now, it includes a global coverage of firms and key contacts with all emails verified through premium validation tools. Now, this database is my own personal campaign version. Now, what does that mean? You're going to see it coming up again in the Excel spreadsheet, but it's the one I use when I am retained to assist real estate groups raise capital. So in other words, it's not a database that I get from somebody else. It's part of my inventory that I use and refine. Now, it's only deliverable emails are retained, helping reduce bounce rates, improve open rates, and protect your domain during outreach. Now, each profile is derived from verified institutional filings, fund commitments, and investor disclosures, delivering actionable investment grade intelligence for professionals raising or deploying real estate capital. What does that mean in the long run? My database is a collection of all the institutional databases that are out there on the market. If you're in the business, you know what they are. Now, this is not a static directory, it's campaign ready. You're going to hear that word, campaign ready data set, meaning it's been purpose-built for immediate outreach and capital raising execution. Now, the database has been fully cleaned again and filtered to isolate key decision makers at each firm. I'm making this really, really clear to people that this is just not a collection of database contacts that you can see when you do subscribe to some of those institutional grade databases that include everything from the accountant to the office manager to the lawyer. For the most part, you don't want those. You want people that are on the investment team, and that's what I've tried to do in this database. It includes institutional grade investors actively pursuing private equity real estate and direct real estate investments. Now, they may not be looking for them today. They may be looking for them in the next 12 months, but it is a group of contacts that are actively searching in most cases. Now, it's a global data set covering both the firms and the relevant senior level contacts. All email addresses, again, have been validated through premium verification services. I use the more expensive ones because, again, if I'm helping a client who's hired me on a retainer basis and a success fee, I want to be able to make sure that when we start to use the database that they're not getting bounce backs and they're not getting a lot of spam traps. So that's really, really key. So we're only deliverable emails included, minimizing bounce rates, improving open rates, and protecting the integrity of your outbound domain. So this version has never been offered in the market before. It's the first time I've been able to refine it to the point where, again, it's campaign ready, making it a highly efficient solution for fundraising professionals seeking immediate deployment. Now, in most cases, when you do subscribe to a lot of the database subscriptions out there on the market, and there are many of them. There's 3 or 4 of the big players, and then there's a bunch of other ones. You're just getting old data in a lot of cases, or data that hasn't been refined, or data that, again, doesn't really apply to what you're looking for. And you've got to do a lot of work yourself, or you've got to hire someone at an analyst level. I certainly don't recommend hiring somebody to do this who doesn't know anything about private equity, doesn't know anything about the different types of real estate senior contacts. So it's really important that it be done at a more higher level. That's what you're paying for at the end of the day. So it's ideal for fund managers, placement agents, developers, and institutional capital advisors looking to accelerate investor engagement and improve campaign performance. Now, it's simply not a contact database. It's a ready-to-deploy fundraising infrastructure designed to support institutional grade outreach and materially improve capital raising incomes. Again, the day you get this database from me, you are ready to start using it. There's no lag time. There's no extra cost in having to clean it, having to hire somebody to manage it. It is ready to go. Now, capping this off, just before we get to the Excel sheet, why is this a premium database? Well, it's really campaign ready and it's immediate time compression value. It eliminates weeks of manual filtering, contact validation, and inefficient trial and error outreach for fundraisers operating under time constraints. This acceleration alone translates into significant economic value and faster access to investor conversations. Another thing it's really good at is you're getting the critical deliverability and domain protection. That's really important, especially for the many people who are going to acquire a database like this. This is their first time fundraising. They're not doing this for a living. They're real estate developers. They're private equity firms. They're not in the business of having to do these type of mailouts. So poor quality data damages center reputation, reduces open rates, and risks domain blacklisting. A fully validated data set ensures high deliverability, protects outbound infrastructure, and enables scalable professional grade email campaigns, which is essential for consistent investor engagement. Now, for the most part, I know one group that I'm working with, they use Instantly AI, which is a service that helps send out the emails. It's one that I've recommended for them, and it works perfectly, especially if you're looking at, let's say, a three-pronged approach when you're sending out emails, because you're generally going to send out more than one, and it's good to be able to have that already loaded. So most importantly, it offers direct revenue proximity. Unlike raw databases, a campaign-ready database can be deployed immediately into platforms, again, like Instantly AI. Check them out, supporting structured outreach campaigns that generate meetings and capital discussions. Now, this moves the user closer to actual fundraising outcomes and not just data access. Okay, enough said. Let's take a look at the database now. Okay, let's take a look at the spreadsheet now, and you can see I've gone to the bottom here so you can see that it has 16,400 contacts, 444 contacts, and so we'll scroll back up to the very top here. Now let's just start around the top row. So you're getting the firm. Now what I've done in this database is I have tried to include multiple contacts at each of these firms, so that you can decide who you want to go out to. And you can see as I scroll down, you can see there's a lot of variety there, but let's just go back to the top row. You're getting the firm type. Now this could be a sovereign wealth fund. It could be a fund manager. These could be asset managers. They could be family offices, public pension, private pensions. Pretty much anybody in the sector of fundraising that would take a look at real estate investments. And you can see as I scroll down here, you're getting a fair bit of variety in that. And private equity firms as well. So you're getting their name and their first name and surname, and I've done that so that people can just upload it into the CRM a lot easier. So I've separated them. And if we take a look here at the role, so we've got role and job title. Now, in most cases, I have tried to eliminate the professions that really don't have much to do on the fundraising part. Now, sometimes if there was only one contact, I left them in there because after all, you want to be able to reach out to at least one person. Now, also, it's important to understand that this particular database does have a firm part to it. So you're going to have the actual firm details for all these contacts. So in other words, you're going to get their website, you're going to get a description. I'm just focusing on the mail email part of it for this particular video, but you will get the corresponding information on all the firms as well on a separate spreadsheet. So again, first name, role, job title. You can see down here, most of these are going to be investment team, you're going to get some senior people like board of directors, that as well. But when it comes to job title, you can see most of these are going to be senior positions. There will be, in a few cases, you're going to get some analysts in there. If you've got 4 or 5 contacts, one of them might be an analyst. Sometimes that's a good open door for you to get into higher levels. But again, the good thing about this database is you don't have to worry about the idea of having bounce backs or having emails that don't exist because they've already been cleaned. I'm going to show you that a little bit further on to the right. So you can see here we've got portfolio managers, we've got investment officers, principal bankers, head of asset management, you name it. It's mostly the senior contacts. So you can see it there as I scroll down. That's pretty consistent. So then I've also got, for this particular database, I've got the asset class. And in each of these, you're going to have somebody that with that firm does have real estate as one of their responsibilities. So I've cleaned that out and gotten rid of all the ones that really don't have that. So again, campaign ready, that's something to keep in mind. Then of course you've got the email, you've got their office phone number, city, state, country. Scroll a little bit over to the right. Now here is the part that relates to the cleaning. Now I use bounce.com, which is a premium service to clean the emails, and I've just left the results part on the download here for the purpose of the video. It doesn't have to be a part of the delivery, but the status, they're all deliverable. In other words, every single email is deliverable. I did not use any of the lighter categories that, for example, sometimes some databases, it will say risky. Risky could still be deliverable, but I don't want to ruin your domain, so I'm only giving you the best of the best of the best. And to be honest, there's enough contacts with each that I can be selective, and that's why this database has taken a long time to get to this level. We're talking weeks, not days. Again, these are just terminology that the email cleaning provider has. And you can see things like accept all says no in most of the cases, which basically means that this is a real email that's going to be falling in someone's box. Again, this is a database that I use for campaigns. So the bounce backs we get are less than 0.5%. And again, this has been cleaned as of the first week in April 2026. You can see the score here. The scores usually go from anywhere from 90 to 100. Generally, anything above 90 is fine. But if as I scroll down here, you're getting a lot of 98, 99, 97. Those basically hundreds, of course, mean that you're going to have a very, very strong possibility that that's going to land in their email box. And toxicity, again, you can see a lot of zeros, ones, and twos. So that basically tells you that these are emails that do not really fall into spam traps or those particular type of scenarios. So that's a very, very clean database. Again, campaign ready. In other words, you could give this to your marketing team and they can all of a sudden start to work on it and send it out as a particular outreach. Perfect for people that are looking to raise capital from anywhere from 50 million and up. Generally, that's what I use it for. Those are the type of mandates that I work on. And again, when I come in to help somebody, I come in with this database which is already saving them tens of thousands of dollars. In a lot of cases, to be able to purchase a database that's perfect for outreach for real estate, you're going to have to take a database that is a lot more expensive, and we're talking sometimes 15, 20, 30, 40, $50,000, and then you're going to have to do all the refining. Again, this is taking me weeks, not days, to get it down to what's called campaign ready. So that's the full description of the database. I'm hoping that if you have any other questions, you can reach out to me for more information. Okay, before we finish off, I've gone to the firms or the groups that are investing in real estate. You've seen the contacts, and you can do the researching of the firms they're with by going to this part of the database, which is part of the package. So you can see down here we've got 13,681 and we'll go back up to top. So you're going to get the firm name. You're going to get a bit of information on the background of them. Some of them are going to have a number of funds. Firm type, again, so you're getting sovereign wealth funds, you're getting banks, you're getting insurance companies, pension funds, family offices, investment companies, anybody who may be in the uh, fundraising sector. You're going to see in here, you've got some insurance companies. And again, city, country, this is a global database, of course. In many cases, you're going to get the assets under management, the region that they're interested in. So that is the database that goes with the contacts list. And again, you can check all their websites. You can get more information about what type of investment they like, whether it is private equity or real estate. So everybody in this database is basically looking at investing in real estate. It may not be today, it may not be this month, it may not be this year, but it's part of their investment thesis. So again, this is the second part of the database that goes with the contact database that you saw in the last slides. For more information, contact DubaiInvestorsList.com. That's DubaiInvestorsList.com. Please like, share, and subscribe.